So today I'm trying something new. I'm going to can corned beef hash cornbread. Corned beef is on sale since it's St. Patrick's Day next week. So I bought like 3 big briskets to can with carrots and potatoes and onions and the brisket that I've already chopped this morning. So all the hard parts done, the chopping and getting everything cleaned and put away. So now I'm going to take my jars and I'm going to put carrots, potatoes, and onions in the bottom third of my jar, and then I'm going to fill the brisket up to until it reaches about an inch headspace, and then I'm going to add the water, which I have going on the stove over here with the seasoning packets, so you can see that. I still put my lids in hot water. They say you don't have to anymore, but I still do. And I've got my pressure canner warming up. You have to use a pressure canner. You cannot use a water bath canner for this. Some people may. I'm not that brave. So I'm going to start filling these jars, and I'll show you what they look like here in a second. So here is the first jar that I've done. So what I'm going to do is fill all my jars, and then I'm going to go over and set them over here. That way I can add the water over there and not transfer a hot pot over here. So it makes it easier, create whatever assembly line works best for you, but this is what is probably going to work best for me. Okay, so now I'm going to take my hot water with the spices in it. I'm not going to try to get many spices into the jar because the recipe says that it will intensify over time. I tried to find my cheesecloth, but I couldn't find that. So I'm just going to try to omit as many spices as I can. And then once I get this ladled in, I'm going to take my plastic scraper over here. That's what I call it. I don't know what the technical name is. And I'm going to push it down inside my jar and run it around the jar to get rid of any air bubbles. And then I'm going to wipe it and put my lid on. So this releases any air bubbles so you can see if you need to add more liquid or not, because air gets trapped in between all the little things that are in there. So I think I'm good on water. Put that there. And then you wipe your rim. Some people dip it in vinegar. I just wet it with water. I'm sure there's a significance for the vinegar. You'll hear all kinds of things. Some people don't put their lids in hot water anymore. I do. Some people don't even sterilize the jars anymore. I do. I sterilize them in my dishwasher. So don't tighten it too tight. And there you go. That's ready for the pressure canner. I'll get them all in at once. So I'm going to do this 6 more times and then get my pressure on for 11 pounds of pressure for 90 minutes. So when you're scraping down the sides, make sure you use something that's plastic. You can use like a plastic spatula or something like that. You don't want to use metal because you can scrape and put, I don't want to say cracks because it's not really, you can put scratches on the inside of your jar, and that's going to compromise the integrity and the strength of your jar. So make sure that you use plastic. So you don't want to use like a butter knife or anything like that, because you don't want your jars to break while they're canning, because I've had one break on me in all my years of canning, knock on wood, and it's sad. It makes you so sad because you're putting so much work and love and labor into all of this to open up your canner and see that one broke, and you can't reuse the contents because it could have glass or whatever in it, so you are -1 at least, hopefully just 1. So anyway, just wanted to point that out. It should come with, you could buy a water bath kit. all these little nifty tools come with it. I finally found a glass one on, I think it was Facebook Marketplace, an antique glass funnel. And I was tempted to use it today, but I think I just kind of want to keep it for decoration. But it's kind of cool to have. I wonder how many jars it canned over the years. Okay, so now these are going to go in the pressure canner. So I just put them in one by one. I do have it on like low, so the water heats up a little. I'm putting hot water in my jars. And I don't want to put my jars in cold water after putting hot water in them. So it should fit 7, if I remember correctly. I ordered another pressure canner, but it said it was delivered on Tuesday. I didn't even get a shipping notification until, I mean not Tuesday, Thursday, but I didn't get a shipping notification until Friday. And I have not seen my canner. I ordered it from eBay, so hopefully it'll be coming soon. So then I'll put my lid on, hopefully, and twist it. And I'm going to turn my heat up. It's got to vent for about 10 minutes. And then once that is done, I'm going to put the weight on. And then once the weight gets put on, it'll start coming up to pressure. So once it gets to 11 pounds of pressure, I keep it that way for 90 minutes. So pressure canning takes a while. It's super easy. It's just very time consuming. But while that's doing its thing, once it reaches pressure, I'm going to clean house. So just kind of build in something else to do while you're waiting on that. And I've got probably 1 or 2 more loads to put in here when it's all said and done. But it'll be great food when we're going to eat it. So hope you guys have a great day. And I'll show you what it looks like when they come out. So here is the first batch that has already been taken out of the pressure canner. They've already sealed, so I'll just let them sit and not touch them, and then before I take them down in the basement, put them away, I'll clean them. The second batch is already going in the pressure canner. Just have about an hour and a half. It just started. And then I am finished. I ended up with 13 jars. The corned beef ended up being about $25, and I spent like $2.50 on potatoes and a little less than $2 on carrots. So it ended up being like $2.24 for a quart of hash, which I think is a great deal. So saves you some money. Tastes so much better than store-bought stuff. Have a good one.